Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm T and this is my channel Compass Tea and Sewing. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers and for everyone who is already subscribed to the channel, and for those of you who are just visiting, thank you so much. And if you are just visiting, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can do so by clicking that red button below this video. All right, so for today's video, I am doing a pattern review of some recent makes that I have made. One is a pattern review of the garment that I'm wearing. So this is a garment that I made for the Minerva Makers team, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that here in a minute. And then the second review is a re-review of a garment that I made in this it was in the fall, but I've made the pattern before earlier this year. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you about both of these makes, and I decided to just go ahead and give these reviews real quickly before 2020 gets here. I want to give you all the reviews of the things that I've made this year throughout 2019, and I'm trying to go ahead and catch up and give you those reviews. So here is the Simplicity 8384. That's what I'm wearing here. And as I said before, this is a garment that I made for the Minerva Makers team. This fabric was sponsored by Minerva Craft, and it was sponsored in exchange for me to do a blog post and a review of this beautiful fabric. So this pattern comes with 4 different variations. So you're going to get 3 variations of a dress and 1 variation of a top. So you have variation A, which is a sleeveless long maxi dress. And it's really gorgeous. It goes down to the floor basically, and you have a collar stand, and then you have a band that you're going to attach down on the bodice, down the center front of the bodice. And the front closure features 3 buttons on the band there. And then you also have an elasticated back. The back of the garment is elasticated at the bottom of the bodice. So it's really easy to slip on and get in and out of the garment. It has 3 different panels for the skirt and the front of the skirt for view A, and then also 2 panels for the back of the skirt. It has inseam pockets, which is really nice. I love a skirt with pockets. So for view B, it is a long dress. It's also maxi, but it is an asymmetrical hem. And I believe that dress falls a little bit, it's a little bit below the knee in the mid-calf section. And you have the same features as view A, which is you're going to have your front and your front bodice, which is 2 pieces, because you have, you know, that center front here that is divided between the band. You still have the collar stand. Oh, the bodice portion for A and B and C also features 2 darts in the front of the garment, but you don't have darts in the back because you have that beautiful gathering in the back from the elasticized waist. So you don't have to worry about fitting issues and all that other stuff. It also has 3 panels for the skirt in the front and 2 panels in the back for views B and C as well. And view B, the difference between A and B is, number 1, the skirt, because the skirt of view A is really long and it's just a regular hem, whereas for view B you have an asymmetrical hem, and also you have a short sleeve option as well. So it's a very short cap sleeve for view B. View C is the same. You have a really short cap sleeve. However, with the asymmetrical hem, it falls above the knee. So it's the same thing, just different length variations between B and C. For view D, you have a top. So let's see if I can show you here. So view D, there's your top, and your top is going to be the same for the bodice portion. The only difference is you have a peplum for the top, and also your sleeve variation is a little bit different as well. For the sleeves for view D, you have the sleeves come just above the elbow, and it also has like a cute little vent on the sleeve, and the sleeve is split down the middle. The sleeve is split down the middle, and so it has a seam down the middle of the sleeve. So it's a really nice dress. So I chose this fabric here from Minerva Craft when I saw this on their website. Here, let me see if I can back up some so I can show you. When I saw this on their website, I thought it was just so gorgeous. I love the fabric. It's very rich in color. I love the flowers on it. It's called Mulberry Bloom. It's a Lady McElroy fabric, and it is a cotton lawn fabric. So yes, as I mentioned, this is an excellent piece. I absolutely love the fabric. It's very lightweight. So if this is something that you want to choose and you want to purchase off the Minerva Craft website, just make sure that you go in to the purchase with knowing a couple things. Number one, it is very, very lightweight. I would say that it's more for summer and fall, maybe late spring as well. It is, and that's one of the reasons why I like the piece as well, because of the different colors. It's very versatile, and so you can wear it in the spring, you can wear it in the summer and the fall. I think all these colors complement each one of those seasons. So that's another reason why I wanted to make something with this piece, is because I knew that I would get a lot of wear out of it. I've already worn it 3 times already since I've made it, and like I said, I made it in late fall. Also, because it's very lightweight, you're going to want to use a needle that complements that. So I used, I believe, a 7011, so the size 7011, and it was wonderful for this fabric. It did not tear my fabric or rip it or pull any threads or have any snags or anything like that. So don't use a needle that has like a medium, that is designed for medium weight fabrics, like an 80 or 90 or anything like that, because it will definitely tear this fabric up. The other thing is, because this is a cotton lawn fabric, it has the tendency to wrinkle a lot. So it does not bother me at all, because I find pressing garments very therapeutic and I absolutely love the task, but most people don't. And so if you are the type of person that, you know, you want, this isn't a garment that you can wash and then take it out and dry it and then, you know, just go. It is a specialty fabric, so you need to take special care of it. Hand washing is recommended, or gentle cycle, and then maybe air dry, or if you have a setting on your dryer that is air drying, I would say that, or put it on a hanger and let it actually air dry. But yeah, it is a very nice soft fabric. I love it. Just love this make. I could not have been happier with how this project turned out. When I selected this fabric, I had other things in mind for it. I wanted to make a vintage make with it, but I couldn't find a pattern that I felt that would do this fabric any justice. And so I decided to just go with this one here. And I'm just thrilled with the choice that I've made. And I love the way that the garment turned out. I would definitely say that this is a pattern for advanced beginners. Because the fabric that I have phrased just a little bit, I did serge all the inside of my garment. So it's completely serged on the inside. I didn't have to make any alterations and adjustments. I just had to select the right sizes for the bodice as well as for the sleeve. And they are two different sizes because I usually go up a size for my sleeves, but that's about it. I cannot remember the sizes that I chose because it's been so long. That's why I try to do my pattern reviews as soon as I make the garments. But I will have to go back and look at my notes and everything, and I will make sure that I include that information in this video and let you know the sizes that I chose. I didn't have any issues with this garment because it's a pullover garment and because it's elasticized in the back. You don't really have to worry about shaping. It's a loose fitting type garment, and so you don't have to worry about fitting issues or shaping issues. Like, you do have the two darts in the front of the bodice, but really it's not providing like a ton of shape there. Because it is, like I said, very loose fitting. The only thing that I would say to watch out for this particular pattern is for the center front, the button band, because it calls for 5/8 of an inch buttons. But I feel like this button placket is just way too small for 5/8 of an inch buttons. I'll get closer so you can see it. But I think that, the next time that I make this garment, I would either go with a smaller size button, smaller sizes for the buttons, or I would enlarge the button placket. Only because it looks as if, there's no room on the placket for the button. So that's the only thing that I would say. But everything else, it turned out really well, and I'm pleased with it. Now, the second make that I have made, like I said, this is a pattern that I've made before, but let me get the pattern so I can show you what it is. Okay, so this is the Simplicity 1253, and I will put a picture here of the garment that I made prior to this one. I'll put a picture here so you can see what that looks like. This particular pattern comes in the size US 12 to 20, or for Euro, it's 38 to 46. It has 5 different variations, but really it's all essentially the same top. The only difference is you have different hem variations, and then you have different sleeve variations. But those are the only 2 variations that are included on this particular pattern. Also, it has a view where you can put a non-functional button placket down the center front, and it's non-functional, so it's just for detailing, and it's really cute and nice. But let me get closer so you can see the different options here. As you can see, for view E, is that view E? Yes, the one that the model is wearing. She has a lace sleeve detail there, which is really cute. And I'll turn it on the back so you can see the line drawing here. The hem, it's just a regular hem, a regular square hem here for view E. But if you look for views A, and B, you'll see that the back bodice has a rounded hem. So it does have a different hem in the back for A and B than for C, D, and E. And there is also a view which is view A, where you could put buttons on the sleeve. So it has a button detail on the sleeve, but again, non-functioning buttons. The cap of the sleeve is gathered up at the cap. And this is where I had to do my alterations. So for the cap sleeve, I noticed that there was about an inch to an inch and a half more room up in the sleeve cap than what was necessary for me and for my size. And so I had to reduce that quite a bit. I also had to go a size up for my sleeve than for the shirt of the garment, because you all know that's what I have to do. So for this particular project, I selected a size 12 for the front and the back bodice. And then for the sleeve, I selected a size, I want to say a size 14 or 16. I also had to lower the armhole a little bit because it was a little bit high up and it was quite snug. So I had to lower the armhole a little bit as well. So those are the only adjustments that I had to make to the garment. And I chose, as you can see here, I chose view D, and I have the sleeves of view D as well. So I have a shorter sleeve as well. So it's a really beautiful garment. It has 2 pleats on the neckline on the left and 2 on the right. And then you just baste those together before you put your neckband on. And so that's a really nice detail that I liked. And I'll show you here again. As you can see here, it has those nice little pleats up there for the neck. And that is for all the views. So you don't really have an option to let that out. If you don't do those pleats, then your neckband won't fit around the neckline. So you have to do the pleats. The only thing, like I said, you have your length variations or your hem variations and your sleeve variations. You have 2 different options. So for views B and C, where you don't have to do a sleeve at all, and they provide you with a sleeve sleeve binding. So it's a really cute pattern, and I'm happy to have made it again. I think if I make it again a 3rd time, I would probably take a little bit more room out of that sleeve cap here. So I think I might need about a 1/2 inch of room taken out of that sleeve cap. But other than that, it's a wonderful make. I love it. I chose a very lightweight challis fabric, and I purchased this from Joann Fabrics like 3 years ago, and I'm finally able to use it. I still have more of this. It was intended to make a dress, but I decided to go ahead and make a top, and then with the remainder of the fabric, I'm going to make a skirt. But I didn't get that far yet, and I just so happened to look in my closet one day, and I remembered that I purchased this beautiful rayon challis skirt from a thrift shop. It's a vintage skirt that I believe was made in the 1970s, and I thought that it complemented this top just beautifully because, you know, the 2 blues are just on point. So I didn't purchase this fabric you know, to go with this skirt. It just happened to it just happened to be in my wardrobe. The skirt just happened to be in my wardrobe, and so it looks good together, and I think that it's a great little set. I wore this to church yesterday, and I really did like it. So it was really comfortable, and because it's really loose fitting, it's just comfortable. The top is a pullover top, but it has a closure in the back. So it has a little slit in the back, Let's see if I can show you. It has a little slit in the back, and then it has a button and a loop detail in the back that goes on the top of the garment. I think it'll be easier for me to just show you here. So the button here isn't the best. It's just what I had in my stash at the time, but it has like this opening here, and then you have a button. I'm going to switch this button out once I find what a button that goes with it. And as I told you before, the sleeve at the top is gathered. I have to cut some of these threads, but yeah, the sleeve is gathered at the top, and then you have your pleats here up at the neckline. So yeah, it's a really gorgeous top and I love it. Okay, so I will go ahead and pop a link for the Simplicity 1253 here of the first review that I did, and you can see the first review and the top that I made before I made this one. All right, so that's basically it for this video. I am happy to report that I have been getting some of my stuff done on my December sewing plan list. I think I got maybe a quarter of it done. So I'm not like there, but I'm getting there. And I will go ahead and pop that link here too. If you haven't seen my December sewing plans, I'll pop that link here so you can see that as well. I'm hoping to get some of this stuff done soon. I have a really big collaboration that I'm doing. It's a New Year collaboration, and it is, I'm doing this collaboration with someone on Instagram. I'll tell you more about that next week. We'll announce that next week. And let's see what else. I have, so the McCall's pattern, I think it was the 7530 that I had mentioned in my last video. That was one of my plans that I was doing for this month. That collaboration is almost complete, and we will be posting those videos soon. Hopefully it will be Thursday, if not Friday. So stay tuned for that video. I'm excited to share with you my thoughts, what I made, and all that stuff for the McCall's M7530 pattern. And yeah, so stay tuned. I don't actually know the direction that this channel is going to go in for 2020. I do want to do more tutorials, but stay tuned. I'll give you a video of what my plans may be for 2020. I don't have anything concrete or set in stone yet. I'm just trying to complete all my 2019 goals and do everything for 2019 before focusing on, this upcoming year. But I do know for certain tutorials are one of the things that I really want to focus on more. And I think that's what my goal is going to be for 2020. If you have any suggestions as to what you would like to see from me in 2020, make sure you leave your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Also, if you have made these two patterns that I've shared with you in my review that I've shared with you here, if you've made these two patterns, just let me know how it turned out, or if you plan to make them, or if you are considering them because I made a pattern review of it. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you all have a joyous Christmas, and I hope to post this Thursday after Christmas. I hope to post, and so I will see you then. And until then, stay creative, my friends.